Listen to me right now. 2026 is going to be the easiest year of your life to win. And you want to know why? Because everyone else has already quit. They quit in their minds on December 31st. They're sitting there right now making the same resolutions they made last year, the same promises, the same lies they tell themselves. This is my year. New year, new me. No, you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of watching people with potential waste their lives on comfort, on distraction, on waiting for the perfect moment. Here's the truth bomb. You need to hear, 2026 doesn't give a damn about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're ready, it's coming. And it's going to separate the pretenders from the contenders in the first 90 days, period. So the question isn't, can I survive 22-6? The question is, are you going to rule it? Are you going to dominate it? Or are you going to let it roll over you like every other year? Look, I'm telling you this from the bottom of my soul. You are living in the golden age of opportunity for people who actually do the work. Everyone around you is soft. I don't say that to be mean. I say it because it's true. They can't focus for more than 10 minutes. They're scrolling. They're consuming. They're waiting for motivation to strike like lightning. You know what I did this morning? I got up at 5 a.m. Not because I'm special, not because I'm built different, because I made a decision that who I'm becoming is more important than how I feel when that alarm goes off. And let me tell you something, when I looked around at 5 a.m., you know who I saw? Nobody. The playing field was empty. While everyone else is dreaming about success, I'm already 3 hours into building it. That's not a flex, that's an observation. It's so easy to win right now because nobody wants to be uncomfortable anymore. Here's what I need you to understand. There's two versions of you walking into 2026. There's the version that survives, shows up, goes through the motions, complains about how hard things are, blames the economy, the algorithm, the system, their circumstances. That version exists. I see them everywhere. Then there's the version that rules, the version that wakes up and says, I don't care what the world throws at me today. I don't care how I feel. I don't care who's watching or who's judging. I have a standard for myself, and I'm gonna meet it. Which one are you going to be? Because here's the thing, you can't be both. You cannot have 1 foot in comfort and 1 foot in greatness. It doesn't work that way. Greatness requires a decision, a commitment, a line in the sand where you say, everything changes starting now, not tomorrow, not Monday, not when you feel ready, now, when you feel. You want to know the secret that changed my life? I stopped comparing myself to other people and started comparing myself to who I was yesterday. That's it. That's the whole game. Who were you yesterday? What did you accomplish? What did you overcome? Now today, can you be 1% better? And now, can you do 1 more rep? Can you make 1 more call? Can you stay disciplined 1 more hour? People get so caught up in looking at where everyone else is. Oh, they're so far ahead of me. They have more money, more followers, more success. Yeah? So what? You're not racing them. You're racing the clock. You're racing your own potential. And every day you spend looking sideways at someone else's chapter 20 while you're on chapter 3 is a day wasted. I'm on my timeline. You're on your timeline. The only person you need to beat is the person you were when you went to bed last night. He hits you with something real. The work you're avoiding, that's where the magic is. All of it. Every bit of the breakthrough you're praying for is sitting right there in the thing you don't want to do. You don't want to have the hard conversation. That's where your leadership is hiding. You don't want to go to the gym today. That's where your discipline is waiting. You don't want to work on your business after your 9 to 5. That's where your freedom lives. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding. Write that down. Tattoo it on your brain. Because 2026 is going to test you. It's going to give you 1,000 reasons to quit, 1,000 excuses to take the easy path. And 99% of people are going to take them. They're going to justify it, rationalize it, explain why they couldn't. But you're going to do it anyway? I want to talk about this balance thing for a second. Everyone's obsessed with balance, work-life balance, self-care, rest days. And look, I get it. I'm not saying destroy yourself, but let me tell you something that nobody wants to hear. If you want to be great at something in 2026, you cannot be balanced. You heard me right. To reach the next level, to build something that matters, to become someone who rules their year, instead of surviving it, you're going to have to be obsessed for a season, unbalanced, all in. That doesn't mean forever, but it means right now, while everyone else is comfortable, while everyone else is balanced, you're gonna be in the gym, in the office, in the work, grinding. Because here's what they don't tell you. Balance is what you earn after you've built something. You can't start balanced and expect to build an empire. It doesn't work that way. You think Kobe was balanced? You think any champion was balanced when they were becoming a champion? Hell no. They were obsessed, consumed, possessed by their vision. And that's what 2006 requires from you if you want to rule it. You want tactical for a second, because motivation without action is just entertainment. Here's what you're going to do starting right now. First, you're going to get a calendar. I don't care if it's on your phone or paper. You're going to design your perfect week, not your realistic week. Your perfect week. What time do you wake up? What do you do first? When do you work? When do you train? When do you build? Design it like you're designing the life of a champion, because that's what you're becoming. Second, you're going to identify the one thing. The one thing that if you did it every single day for the next 365 days would completely transform your life. For some of you, it's working out. For some, it's building your business. For some, it's learning a skill. Whatever it is, identify it. Third, you're going to commit to the process, not the outcome. Stop being so attached to results. Stop checking your bank account every day. Stop weighing yourself every morning. Stop counting likes and followers. Commit to the process. Show up. Do the work. Trust that the results are a byproduct of consistency over time. Fourth, you're going to eliminate excuses. Every single one. I'm too tired. That's a lie. I don't have time. That's a lie. I don't know how. That's a lie. Every excuse is just fear dressed up in a Halloween costume. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. You have Google. You have YouTube. You have access to more information than any generation in human history. The only thing you don't have is the discipline to use it. So cut the bullshit, cut the excuses, and get to work. You know what the difference is between people who rule their year and people who survive it? It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not circumstances, it's the ability to do what you said you were gonna do when you don't feel like doing it anymore. That's it. That's the whole game. You're gonna wake up in February and the excitement of New Year is gonna be gone. The motivation, gone. The energy, gone. And you're gonna have a choice. Do I keep going or do I quit like I did last year? Most people quit. They get a flat tire and they abandon the car. They have one bad week and they throw away 3 good months. They hit an obstacle and they interpret it as a sign from the universe to stop. But not you, because you understand that obstacles are not stop signs. They're test signs. The universe is asking, how bad do you want this? Are you serious or are you just playing? And you're going to show the universe that you're serious. You're going to keep going. You're going to push through. You're going to do it scared, do it tired, do it alone if you have to. Because that's what champions do. Something about pain. Pain is temporary. I know it doesn't feel that way when you're in it, when you're struggling, when you're broke, when you're tired, when you're doubting yourself. I know it feels permanent, but it's not. The pain of discipline, it lasts for a moment. But the pride of accomplishment, that lasts forever. The person you become in the process of pushing through, that's who you get to be for the rest of your life. So when 2026 gets hard and it will remember, this pain is building something, it's forging you. It's creating the version of you that can rule not just 22-6, but every year after it. You're not just working out, you're building discipline. You're not just building a business, you're building belief in yourself. You're not just showing up, you're proving to yourself that you're someone who keeps their word. And that is worth every uncomfortable morning, every late night, every sacrifice. Here's something else I need you to hear. Nobody is watching as closely as you think. You're scared to start because you think everyone's going to judge you. You're scared to post, scared to launch, scared to try because what if I fail and everyone sees? Let me free you right now. Nobody cares. And I mean that in the most liberating way possible. Everyone is so focused on their own lives, their own problems, their own insecurities, that they're not sitting around analyzing your every move. You're not scared of failing. You're scared of people watching you fail. You're not scared of starting with nothing. You're scared of people seeing you start with nothing. But here's the truth. The people who matter don't mind, and the people who mind don't matter. The people who are going to judge you for trying are the same people who are too scared to try themselves. Their opinions are not predictions of your future. They're reflections of their own limitations. So start messy. Start imperfect. Start before you're ready. Because 20-6 is not going to wait for you to feel confident. It's moving with or without you. Shift gears for a second and talk about vision. Because here's what separates people who rule from people who survive. Vision. Survivors react. Rulers create. Survivors wake up and ask, what's going to happen to me today? Rulers wake up and say, what am I going to make happen today? Where are you going to be on December 31, 2026, 2060? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you describe it in detail? If you can't see it, you're never going to build it. I need you to close your eyes right now and picture it. Picture yourself at the end of 26. You did it. You ruled the year. What does your life look like? What do your relationships look like? What does your bank account look like? What does your body look like? How do you feel? Get specific. Get detailed. Get emotional about it. That vision is your North Star. When you're tired, when you're doubting, when you're scared, you come back to that vision. You remind yourself why you started. You remember who you're becoming. And then you get back to work. Let me tell you about consistency, because this is where most people lose. They work hard for a week, 2 weeks, a month. They don't see results and they quit. But greatness isn't built in 30 days. It's built in 300 days, 3,000 days. It's built through consistency over time. You know what beats talent? Consistency. You know what beats good genetics? Consistency. You know what beats luck? Consistency. Showing up every single day. Doing the work when you don't feel like it. Making the right choice when no one's watching. That's what builds empires. The problem is we live in a microwave society. Everyone wants instant results, instant gratification, instant success. But greatness is a crock pot. It's slow, it's steady, it's boring, it's repetitive, and that's why so few people achieve it. Because they're not willing to do boring things consistently for a long period of time. But you are. Because you understand that the person who can delay gratification rules. The person who can trade temporary pleasure for long-term gain wins. So Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, get better. And you do that for the entire year. Every single day, you focus on being 1% better than yesterday. You know where that puts you by December 31st? Miles ahead of everyone who started with you. Some of you are thinking, this sounds great, but you don't know my situation. You don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't know my struggles. You're right. I don't. But I know this. Your situation doesn't define you. Your response to it does. I've seen people come from nothing and build everything. I've seen people face impossible odds and win. I've seen people lose everything and rebuild bigger. And I've also seen people with every advantage in the world waste it because they were comfortable. Your circumstances are not your destiny. They're your starting point. And 286 is the year you prove that where you start doesn't determine where you finish. Stop using your past as an excuse for your future. Stop letting your circumstances dictate your effort. You are not a victim. You are a warrior, and warriors don't make excuses. They make progress. Here's what I need you to understand about suffering. Suffering is mandatory, but suffering without meaning is torture. Suffering with purpose, that's growth. 2026 is going to test you. It's going to put you through fire. And you have a choice. You can avoid the fire and stay soft. Or you can walk through the fire and become steel. The strongest version of you is on the other side of the hardest thing you're facing right now. The breakthrough you're praying for, it's wrapped in the challenge you're avoiding. Stop running from discomfort. Stop avoiding the hard conversations. Stop taking the easy path, because the easy path leads to a hard life. The hard path leads to an easy life. Choose your hard, because either way, it's coming. Let me tell you what happens when you commit, when you really commit. Not when you're motivated, but when you're obsessed. Doors open, opportunities appear, people show up, resources materialize, because the universe rewards commitment. It rewards people who are all in, but you have to go first. You have to commit before you see the results. You have to believe before you have proof. You have to act before you feel ready. That's faith. And faith is the currency of champions. So commit to 2026 like your life depends on it. Because, in a way, it does. Because the life you want, the person you want to become, the legacy you want to leave, it all starts with the decision you make right now. Now let's talk about failure for a second. Because you're going to fail in 26 multiple times. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. If you're not failing, you're playing it safe. And playing it safe is the most dangerous game you can play. Every failure is data. Every setback is feedback. Every obstacle is a lesson. The question is, are you going to learn from it, or are you going to let it break you? When you fail, I need you to ask yourself, what did I learn? How do I adapt? What do I do differently next time? Because failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. It's a required ingredient. Show me someone who's never failed, and I'll show you someone who's never tried. So fail forward, fail fast, fail often, but whatever you do, don't quit. I want to leave you with this. 2026 is not just another year. It's the year. It's your year. The year where everything changes, where you go from surviving to ruling. But it requires a decision, a commitment, a promise to yourself that you're going to show up every single day and give everything you have. No more excuses. No more, I'll start Monday. No more when the time is right. The time is right now. You have 365 days, 365 opportunities, 365 chances to prove to yourself what you're made of. Are you going to waste them? Are you going to let them slip through your fingers like every other year? Or are you going to seize them? Are you going to attack them? Are you going to dominate them? The choice is yours. But understand this. Choosing to survive when you could rule is the biggest regret you'll ever have. So don't just survive 2026. Rule it, own it, dominate it. Become the person you were meant to be. Your time is now. Your moment is now. Your year is now. Now get up, get off your ass, and go build the life you've been dreaming about. Because 26 isn't going to rule itself. That's your job.